welcome. So today we're having a look at the state of play for Hogwarts Legacy, coming to all consoles sometime this year, I think. I'm not really sure of the release date, but getting a massive open world RPG style game set in the world of Harry Potter is very appealing. It's something that we've all wanted for a long time, and so far what we've seen of this looks amazing. Me myself, I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. I love the movies, I've read the books. They're great. There have been a lot of Harry Potter games out over the years, but I've not really dived into any of them. They just didn't really seem to be my kind of gameplay. Whereas when it comes to RPGs and big open world kind of games, I love them. Currently playing Elden Ring, which is very challenging, but it's stunning, very rewarding, hard, but it's a really, really great game. So moving forward, do I want more games like Elden Ring? Yeah, it depends on the person. I mean, what Elden Ring is doing is not necessarily groundbreaking, but it's definitely doing something different, and it's a lot of fun, although very frustrating. So what we're going to get with a Hogwarts game, I don't know. So let's just have a look and see what the state of play have given us. I think this is some gameplay directly from the game, and it goes for just over 20 minutes. So this should be really cool. All right, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go. May contain content inappropriate to children. Okay, rock and roll. I'm so curious about this, man. Finally getting some news on it. State of play. I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of new game trailers and stuff coming out in the coming days. So doing the Harry Potter Warner Brothers opening. Portkey Games, Wizarding World. Oh, the score, man.
Lumos.
In-game footage, working progress even. Okay, mix of gameplay and gameplay cinematics. Nice.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Cool. Music. We got monsters, fantastic beasts. Hogwarts Legacy. Let's go.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy.
Thank you.
You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique ability to manipulate powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world.
It looks amazing.
You'll uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world.
Wow. This is breathtaking.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be.
Yep.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses:
Sick.
Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do, as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are
Late.
a new student.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, and Potions classes, to name a few.
Cool, man. Holy shit.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
The voice acting's so good. Oh my god. There's so much life in this. The characters.
You may begin.
Oh. Take that, Draco.
For a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here, you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. In between classes, you'll be able to explore the castle famous for its secrets, enchantments, and mysteries.
This is so cool.
You'll discover dungeons and secret passageways. as well as challenging puzzles that will require magical skill and a clever mind to solve.
Awesome.
You
Dawn
may even
French
find
gonna turn
yourself
up.
in iconic locations you've never been able to explore before.
Are we gonna see Dobby? Is this when is this set?
It's the late 1800s.
Thank
so
you.
while the common rooms and classes may be familiar, most of your professors will not be.
No.
However, you may recognize a few faces.
Nearly headless Nick.
Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them.
Oh no.
Suffering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here, sir.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments that are part of a special curriculum. One's designed to help you catch up with the other 5th years at your own speed.
Skill up. Wow, this looks so good, guys.
Lumos.
Dangerous mystery.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts.
Man,
The
so
magical
epic.
abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and
Wow.
if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Oh, nice. Goblin Uprising.
Capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins,
Oh
and
shit.
sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals.
Holy shit. This is...
In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Do you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Is he a Potter? Are you a Potter? Jesus, this just looks amazing, man. Wow. This is going to look stunning on a PS5 on that big ass TV behind me, I'm just saying.
Enemies possess unique defensive and offensive abilities, including blasting curses, stunning spells, enchanted weaponry, and more. While some may attack directly, others might enchant and incapacitate you.
So many
Mastery of the
spells.
shield charm allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Yes, I was wondering what the R1 thing was for.
Allowing you to follow up with extended spell combinations.
Damn.
Students who become particularly adept at spellcasting will find many ways to exploit their enemy's weakness.
We got zombies? Shit, man. This is very impressive. The character animations are so good. You can change your outlook, your outfit.
Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes. Mixing and matching dozens of spells will let you define your combat style.
Nice.
On your path to become the ultimate duelist.
You look very good. For a student, he's amazing. Accio. Oh, wow. Combat looks insane.
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard. Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic.
Wow, this
You
looks
can also
epic.
loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear
Yeah, you can.
that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater abilities for your chosen playstyle.
There's a
Appearance.
strong, even motion when cutting your ingredients.
Shit, bro, this is amazing.
Spells are not the only tools at your disposal in combat. As you hone your wand skills, you can continue to further your magical education at Hogwarts, progressing your development as a witch or wizard. Brew potions that can increase your power when you need a boost.
I'm blown away.
Deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies.
Bloody mandrakes. You
In
need your
this
earmuffs.
class, you will learn about a variety of magical beasts you might
Yes.
encounter, both
Fantastic
at school and as
beasts.
you explore the world surrounding the castle and its grounds.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on
You can
a
fly a broom. Of course you can.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
Oh my god. Look how big it is.
herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Shit.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you
Stop.
develop relationships with these schoolmates, they can accompany you on your journey as your companions.
Really?
And over time, you'll learn their stories.
Oh my god, the RPG element in this is insane. It's not just an action
Onai is a brave adventurer
hack
driven
and
by the
slash.
justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Rufflefigs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
This is massive. I'm loving the story element.
Room of requirement.
The room of requirement. Is that Dobby? How old is Dobby? He's old, right? Could be Dobby.
One of the
Probably
most
not.
remarkable
Could be.
secrets
Shut
of
up.
Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement.
Yes. And this is
You're
where you do
introduced to
your
this space that
upgrades.
seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
Wow.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear.
Gotta catch up, man.
A helpful house elf named Deke helps you
Deke.
discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
Not Dobby.
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
You can make yourself a cottage? Oh. Far out, man. This is so
Not everything
impressive.
you need on your journey is available at Hogwarts. You'll want to visit the nearby
Hogsmeade.
wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where loads of shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Get some butterbeer. Holy shit.
From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of gear. But Hogsmeade also has its dangerous side.
Of course it
A band
does.
of dark witches and wizards, emboldened by the turmoil of the times, wander the village outskirts.
Fighting. Lots of fighting.
You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find
Wow.
the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain.
Different weather.
Unique wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside.
Little
each with
villages.
vendors and residents who have stories to tell,
Oh my
and
god.
missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts.
Really?
Magical beasts
Cool.
roam the lands outside the castle walls. Some have been corrupted by a mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers and their traps.
Oh,
if
no.
you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and restore them to health in the Room of Requirement. But
Good
there
God.
are dangers beyond your understanding in the world as well. Dungeons and vaults hold perilous threats and also untold rewards. Be
Damn.
careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path.
You can
Master
go evil?
spells. Befriend new allies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover ancient secrets. Combat mystical threats. Learn long-forgotten mysteries. Become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world.
Holy shit.
Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh my god. That looks so impressive. Holiday 2022. Whose holiday? Christmas? What? Easter? When?
That was your first extended look at Hogwarts Legacy.
PS5.
Now let's hear from the real wizards and witches behind the game.
Yes, please. God damn it, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Cannot wait to get this. What date? Holiday. That's...
The attention to detail and the passion and the love for this brand that the team has is astonishing.
She looks like Carrie Fisher.
Our team is so excited to take all of the love that they put into this as fans and give it to fans.
This is the game that
man.
they've dreamed of for 20 years.
Yeah. Just getting into the world and playing in there is so deep and rich. Oh.
The lore of the Wizarding World is already so rich, and all we had to do was harness those elements and build a game out of it.
The movies,
That's all.
the books, they all touched me in such a way. Like, it makes me want to go to experience Hogwarts. It makes me put in so much more detail into this game.
I think the right devs were behind this. Harry Potter fans.
We really want to make sure that anything we add or anything we play with or anything that we explore really feels authentic.
Bringing to life just the charm and the love, everything we have for the books, and then marrying that with the iconic experiences from the movies that fans will recognize is really just the perfect handshake between the two.
Wow, it looks so good. This artwork.
Just the discovery of like seeing things portrayed for the first time. Maybe they've read something and had a picture in their head the whole time, but then finally to get to touch it, to walk around it.
You've got all these elements that can come together to create this amazing AAA open world action RPG.
When it comes to the open world, we just knew it wasn't going to be enough to just stare out of the windows of Hogwarts and wonder what it's like out there.
Yeah.
But the final question that fans ask is, what's beyond that? What's beyond the Forbidden Forest? What's going to be beyond Hogsmeade? What's beyond the Black Lake if I start traveling south? And we just felt like we had to answer those questions.
Oh, big map. This artwork is insane.
We were creating a real wide palette of opportunities and ways to explore the world. You're going to see different stories that are really exclusive to who you were in the world.
Hogwarts Legacy is an original story that takes place in the late 1800s.
You are a new student who is starting at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year,
And you're
which
late.
is very unusual.
Yeah.
So already there's a bit of an edge and a bit of a mystery.
The original story that we tell in the game is your story of what you did, you know, in the Wizarding world that you haven't seen before.
Can you go to Azkaban?
We're trying to tell.
Fans are familiar with the Wizarding world from, you know,
Surely.
the 1900s and on, really. But now, with this world, we're able to sort of create a space that's their own.
Oh, it looks so good,
Fans
man.
of the series will know that ancient magic has been around for a long time, to say the least. And
Merlin.
Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic. And the Avatar, the player, has the ability to sense it and possibly wield it or control it.
Wow.
Our process of development started with rereading the books. And over development, we reread the books many times.
Rough gig.
Every time we'd start with a new feature, we'd dig into that. And then beyond, we would go into the films.
Oh man, they did the research. They did the research.
Being able to put our own spin on what this universe is was a pretty big deal. I helped design a piece that nobody has ever seen before, the Hufflepuff common room. You know, as a Hufflepuff, you always wondered, like, what is my common room supposed to look like?
It's close enough to the world that we know that fans will recognize certain names, they'll recognize spells, they'll recognize certain locations.
I recognize that doorway, I recognize that classroom.
Wow. But mostly, it's going to be an entirely new wizarding world that no one's ever experienced.
When people engage in the wizarding world, what's the one anchor? Like, what's the thing that everyone comes back to? What's the thing that grounds it all and grounds all these characters and grounds all these figures? And for us, we really felt like that answer was Hogwarts itself. That school, that famous school of witchcraft and wizardry, is really what binds it all.
How to bring Hogwarts to life. That was a very big challenge because, as everybody knows, Hogwarts is huge.
Now we need to know exactly how this passage connects to this passage for a game, because you're going to have to walk it.
And of course, again, the Sentient Castle, it's got new surprises up its sleeves. It likes to keep its students on its toes. We've put so many little secrets and passageways and rooms in this castle.
Nice. Easter eggs everywhere.
We create those very important locations. And then there's these other places that are only mentioned in the books or just alluded to. And we have to make the connective tissue that brings all that together.
Damn.
Having a world that is a breathing, living world is very hard to do because it's all about the details. And as a concept team, we really got into those details and studied history, studied architecture.
Good God, I cannot wait for
when
this.
Fans play the game, they get as lost in it as I do. I can just be reviewing a side mission, and all of a sudden I find myself wandering Hogwarts for like 45 minutes because it's so beautiful.
The community is absolutely going to love Hogwarts Legacy.
It's going to be so fun.
Get that letter to Hogwarts and go to Hogwarts.
We're so excited for people to come to this, to inhabit it, to actually enter the Hogwarts that we built. This is your Hogwarts legacy.
Oh my God. Dang.
We truly hope you enjoyed the Hogwarts Legacy State of Play. Our team is so grateful for the excitement and for the passion that all of you bring to this. It's truly what fuels us. On behalf of our team at WB Games Avalanche, we want to thank you for being here today, and we'll see you at Hogwarts.
Oh my God. That looks insane. I mean, I am... Like, we saw a little bit of a sneak peek or a trailer last year, and even then I'm like, ooh, the potential of a massive open world RPG in the world of Harry Potter at Hogwarts. There's so much potential for that, and it looks like these developers have really gone above and beyond with the research, with the books, reading the books multiple times, watching the movies, studying history, and just creating this massive, detailed, rich environment with characters like the NPCs, all the other characters you're playing with, like beautifully voiced. The story itself about the Goblin uprising, characters that we kind of recognize and know from the books. Obviously set in the late 1800s, we're not going to know all the characters that we know and love from the current day books, which are set in the 80s, and of course Fantastic Beasts, which is like 40 years later from that, like the 1940s roughly, I think, from memory. But just like the house elves and Nelly Headless Nick floating around, just those kind of little touches, those little flourishes that are going to make the fans just lose their minds. I'm a middle-aged man. I've been reading Harry Potter since they came out. So I was early to mid-20s when I first read the books. And then the movies, yeah, I went to every theatrical release of a new Harry Potter film. So I'm a big fan of the franchise, and it appeals to everyone. It's not just kids. It's designed to be for everyone. What J.K. Rowling created was just amazing. So to get a game that looks this good, this big, this rich, this deep, to just run around and become a student and to learn magic and to grow and to make friends and go on adventures and just explore. Holy shit. And to look as good as it does, God damn it, I cannot wait. This is my... Like, I was looking forward to Elden Ring. This, man, when holiday 2022, it's like it doesn't have a specific date. Whose holiday? When? If you know, tell me. I doubt we'll find out soon enough, but I'm speechless. That blew me away. I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. So please discuss below, guys. What do you think? You excited? And what system are you going to play it on? I'm lucky enough to have a PS5, so it's going to look gorgeous on a big TV, which does look very good. So yeah, please discuss below. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Maybe hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. And check out my playlist. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that you can probably explore and watch on a quiet rainy day. And also I have my Patreon, guys. It really does help support the channel if you want to check that out. Okay, done. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.